Torej, dober dan na temu današnjemu pogovoru z grško profesorico Peggy Stefanidou. Torej, če samo jo predstavim na kratko, torej Peggy Stefanidou je po izobrazbi pravnica, sicer je profesorica zgodovine, filozofije in predmeta, ki ga imenuje družbene vede. Ustava, človekove pravice, migracije, okolje, delovanje države, ekonomija, okoljska vzgoja in podobno. Poučuje na splošnem liceju v mestu Ksanti, licej v Grčiji srednja šola, ki je enakovredna naši gimnaziji. V Grčiji Dimotiko predstavlja 6 razredov na osnovni šoli, gimnazijo pa 3 razrede osnovne šole, ki mu sledijo še 3 razredi srednje šole in nato še matura, na katero se morajo sami pripraviti. So, I suggest we start with our first question. How would you describe Greece's current migration policy? Has it changed in recent years, and how does Greece coordinate its migration policy with the European Union?
About migration policy, at the beginning it was easy for us to accept migrants because hospitality it's the most important maybe virtue of Greek people. So we accept without problems all the migrants, and we try just to provide shelter and food and medical health and so on. But then it was a total invasion. We were unprepared for all this. Yes, we had built camps, but for a certain number of people. And then the camps were overcrowded. So lack of hygiene, problems, security, safety problems, and so on. A very difficult situation, because when they come waves and waves of people, between them excellent people, not so excellent, bad people, and then step by step they became a big problem, because it had also a serious impact on our economy. We faced a severe economic crisis, so no enough money just to provide equality or to all these people, to all these migrants. We take money from the European community, but it is not enough. The aid, it's not enough. And also, the other problem is that most of them are refugees, so they are seeking for asylum. But we don't have enough officials just to process the asylum, or this asylum story. So practically refugees are trapped in Greece, remain for a big period in Greece. Other persons, other people, other countries don't accept to take in refugees. So practically countries as Greece, Italy and Spain, we have to just to find a solution for all these people that they come in our country seeking for a better future, for a better life. And I forgot to say, to underline that the strategic point of Greece, it's my country is situated in a key point. It's the entry to the Europe for all these people that came from Asia, Africa, from region with war, conflict, different kind of conflicts, and so it's a big problem.
Okay, thank you. So our second question is a bit related to the first one. So what steps is Greece taking to ensure that its migration policies align with international human rights standards, especially in the light of criticism regarding deportations?
Yes, maybe a part I have already answered. I mean that we are trying to align ourselves with European law, with European system, and to protect also human rights of refugees, of migrants, totally migrants. But unfortunately, it is very difficult because if you want just to protect everyone, you should be prepared. You should have enough money. You should have enough officials or enough staff just to proceed all the procedures and so on. And I think that things must change. I mean that as European Union, we have to handle the problem altogether. Not only financially, because the financial part maybe it's not so difficult. Yes, we receive a certain financial aid, but at the end, it's Greece, Italy, Spain that remain with all these people, that is invade of all these poor people that desires, miserable people, that desires a better future, and it is very difficult to find it in Greece or in Italy or in Spain.
Thank you. So our next topic is war in Ukraine. What is Greece's stance on war in Ukraine, and how does it affect relations with Russia and the West?
So at the beginning we were yes, once more, we try to be aligned with our Western allies, align ourselves with the Western allies. I mean that we tried to help Ukraine in different ways. We provided humanitarian aid. Of course, we're against the invasion of Russia in Ukraine. And we are also forced inside this alignment to send also military equipment. But can you imagine Greece, that has faced serious economic problems, to be forced to send military equipment, which is very expensive? It's a big problem for us. And then someone argue about this situation, and it is also my personal opinion, that in this kind of war, Greece should maintain a more neutral position, stance. I mean, the origin of the conflict is very complicated, and due to misinformation, we don't know all the data. So maybe, reports said that the Ukraine forces, especially the Azov battalion, have committed serious crimes, atrocities against the Russian minority in Crimea, even before the war escalation. So we should find a balance, the golden mean of Aristotle, balance between this war, and try to focus on peaceful resolution. So for me, maintain equal distances for Ukraine and Russia, protect human rights, because human rights are human rights in Ukraine, in Greece, in Russia. And then maybe for us, think also for our interest as country, because we suffer a lot of this hostile attitude from Russia towards Greece, because they withdraw investment, no tourists, and this had a very serious impact in our economy and our daily life, in a way.
Okay, thank you. So if we also follow up to that question, how is Greece balancing its commitments to both the EU and NATO, especially in the context of the ongoing war in Ukraine?
we've sent military equipment. We are still sending military equipment in Ukraine, trying to help them for their sovereignty and national integrity. I don't know. You asked me something else?
So, how is just a question about how is Greece balancing its commitments to the European Union and NATO? So you just said that Greece is trying to be more in the middle.
In the no, this is my opinion.
Okay.
Greece aligned itself to the Western allies, to NATO. So we do everything we can to support Ukraine without maintaining equal distances.
Okay.
The official state is for the Ukraine.
Okay, thank you. So if we move to the Middle East, how does Greece view the conflict in Gaza and what role does it play in international diplomacy regarding this issue?
We support Israel as Greece, as Greek state. Supported Israel as all the rest of the European countries. But once more, of course, we asked for immediate ceasefire and a peaceful resolution. But I think that the whole community, not only the European community, the whole world, I must say, demonstrated kind of indifference, a very serious indifference towards the Palestine. A people that struggling for decades now, to have their a kind of nation. Now, so I mean that it is a genocide that we are assisting without doing nothing at all. Only words, no actions. In front of our eyes, atrocities. In front of our eyes, a genocide. Israelis, from victims, let's remember Holocaust, now they became the perpetrators. I don't know if I perpetrators, yes. So they are doing to Palestine the same things that other people done to them during the Second World War, and that is terrible. But the official state, yes, asks for ceasefire, peaceful resolution, but nothing concrete. This is my opinion. Maybe I am wrong, I don't know.
Okay, thank you. If we move to Greece now, how would you assess the performance of the current Greek government and what are its biggest challenges right now?
Apparently, it seems that we have a kind of a recovery from the economic crisis. But in reality, I think that it's very difficult, the whole situation, because it's, the welfare state is in big decline. Due to the economic crisis, we are forced to have a lot of, to take austerity measures, very strict austerity measures, enormous cut of salaries, pensions, from healthcare, education, social services. So now imagine that the national statistics put almost 1/4 of Greek population in the poverty, at the poverty line. So it is an enormous decline of quality of life in Greece now. But apparently we have recovered and everything is okay, a success story from the government, because now we are not under supervision from the institution, so everything is okay.
So, and if we proceed to our last question, what were the consequences of the recent railway accident that happened in Greece, and why have the protests been so large?
Maybe the real reason we will never discover it, find out. Maybe the generation to come, they will discover the real reason of this accident. It was a train accident which provoked the death of 57 young people, mostly young people, students. And apparently the reason was human fault. Also maybe a lack of infrastructure, I mean the telematic, the digital systems that could avoid maybe this kind of accident. But the real cause, maybe, I don't know, because everything is still under investigation from the appropriate authorities. We lost confidence in the appropriate authorities because it's a lack of accountability, a lack of transparency, shifting blames. It's not my blame, it's yours blame. No, it's not mine, it's the other people. And at the end, it seems that the only to blame are the victims that have chosen to travel by train. It is said that this freight train was carrying flammable material as xylene, which is which is used to enhance jet fuel in military aircrafts. And maybe the train was carrying illegal, undeclared substances that has to do with NATO operations. Maybe we will never know the truth. That is the problem. So big manifestations are taking place in, all over the Greece because people are angry. We are very, very angry about this fact. And so we are accusing the government for to ignore safety for the for the trains for decades, for cover up mistakes, for not taking responsibility, and it became this accident a symbol against government, maybe against government. We want more justice. We want an improvement in transportation. We are struggling. It's a big word, but maybe this is the word. We are struggling for a better future, for more social justice, for more transparency, for more democracy, real democracy, not only a word, because it's a word. It has to have a real meaning, for more empathy, for more love, for more understanding. So a lot of Greeks, between them also me, we are demonstrating almost once a week. My birthplace is Solou, Thessaloniki. I'm old enough. In the last manifestation, it was something incredible. I can't really describe you how many people participated. Never in my life I saw so many people. All over the city, a big city, it's my city, almost 1 million of inhabitants. Everyone was manifestating. And that gave me hope, a hope for a better future, because I teach in my lessons. I'm paid as a teacher from the Greek state for this, to teach active citizenship. So active citizenship means also that to take the future, to take our lives in our hands and struggle for a better future.
Thank you. So with that, we came to the end of our questions. So are there any questions from the public?
Do you see some similarities between this accident that you was talking about and these accidents that happened recently in North Macedonia and Serbia? Because it's interesting that that kind of accidents are happening in this part of Europe. You were there near. So do you see some reason, or it's just coincidence?
I don't know, maybe it's because a poor part of Europe, Greece, North Macedonia, Serbia, maybe this is the reason. In my country, maybe the reason it's like the domino effect, economic crisis, cuts uh, uh, of strict cuts, strict austerity measures, a lot of cuts to healthcare, public transportation, social services. So all this, maybe it's the cause, of course, also corruption. It's important, corruption. But maybe in my country this is the reason. But uh, I notice a big difference in Serbia, for instance. The Minister of Transportation, for something similar, has dismissed. In Greece, no. He was elected again and again. So that is the point that really hurts me and disappoints me. That the country that is the offer democracy in the whole world, at the end, I don't know. I feel really disappointed about that. I don't know if I answered to your question.
Any other questions from the public?
Maybe how Greek people are, what are the feelings of Greek people about the European Union? Are they for the European Union?
Yes, we are definitely for the European Union. Although I must tell you that European Union is not like what we have as a dream, a vision. I studied European law a century ago, and, and I was really, I had this big feeling of enthusiasm, this big family, European family, based on empathy, solidarity, mutual understanding, all these values. But in the end, I don't know if this is the way, if we are in the right way. I mean that I notice a lot of individualism, a lot of different interests. So every country thinks only about its interests, not as a whole, not as a big family. We are not trying just to find solutions in a more creative way. We don't have love and understanding and solidarity in the very meaningful way. I don't know if I make it clear, the idea.
So I also have a question. Does Greece and the Greek people support the idea of Turkey joining the European Union.
Yes, and I explain why. Although we have big problems with Turks people because they don't respect our sovereignty. We have continuous violation of our borders, continuous. And that's a big problem. And it's also they using this migration problem against us because they have received a big amount of money to build camps and to block migration. But when they want, they transporting the migrants from the borders with Syria towards Greece, and they put them in these boats, plastic boats, and they push them in the Greek islands. So for us, it was a real invasion. But if Turkey enters to the European Union, means that Turkey has to respect European law, should have democracy, and it doesn't have democracy, should respect minorities, should respect all the treaties, the European treaties. So, if it respects all these, yes, why not? It will be a very good solution between Greece and Turkey, just to collaborate for a better future. If you think we have nothing to share and to divide, nothing divides us. So if we want to collaborate and to live together peacefully, it will be the best solution for the future.
Okay. Thank you very much. With
Thank
that,
you.
we
Thank you. Hvala.
came to the end of our conversation. So it was our pleasure to have you here. And we also have a little present for you.
It was my pleasure to be with you. Thank you so much for accepting me in your school. Thank you. Thank you so much. It was an amazing experience here in your school for me. Everything new and so amazing. I should thank Dragica, because without Dragica, I wouldn't be here. Every one of you that accepted me in your class, everything that gave me so many details, it was very fantastic. Everything was fantastic for me. I thank you so, so much for everything.
Thank you.